Hello, Stewart families. This is your principal, Audra Goodman, coming to you with this week's star review. I am so sorry that I didn't put out a star review video last week. My son had a big swim meet and it was more time consuming than I anticipated. So this week, I'm going to try to review this week's message as well as last week's message. But I'm going to start with this week because this week was Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day was so much fun. In an elementary, Valentine's Day is a huge deal, and your kids came to school with smiles, they left with smiles, probably a tummy full of sugar, and a big handful of stuff. And the next day they came back and they were super exhausted and super sleepy, but that was okay because you know what? They did a great job on both days. And that really is part of the learning. Now, Valentine's party and celebrations in general are a huge part of Stewart's culture. We believe in celebrating. I'm sure you've noticed. And celebrations are a skill. Learning to get hyped up, prepared, and excited for something, and then coming down correctly is a skill that your kids need to have, because celebrations, whether they're at school, are a normal part of most people's lives in general. At Stewart, we believe in a whole child education. We want them to learn not just the academics, but also just how to be a successful person. So from the outside looking in, often Valentine's parties or any celebrations like that can just look like something fun or something to do and a total break from academics, but really they're learning a ton of stuff. They are learning about how to get excited appropriately, how to read the room, how to deal with verbal and nonverbal cues, knowing when to stop, how to change their mindset and focus. These are all really tough things for little people. And we got a lot of practice this week and it was awesome. I know a lot of you families spent a ton of time with your kids working with them on Valentine's cards. People donated amazing treats and you helped make this social emotional lesson possible. So thank you, and we appreciate you for that. Also, on the note of celebrations, at Stewart, we are celebrating Black History Month. This is February and it's Black History Month. So not just this month, but throughout all of the months, we honor many groups, ethnicities, and cultures year-round. We recognize that at Stewart, we have a super rich diversity, not just only within our nation, but with our school specifically. We are super intentional about providing opportunities for our students to discover how throughout history, marginalized groups have found their own power and used it to not benefit only themselves, but for the people that hold our future. So in all months, we do dedicate time and space to celebrate diversity. The reason we do that is we believe that peace begins at a very young age through education, friendships, and connections, because in the end, we are more alike than we are different. Excellence through diversity is critical to our success at Stewart. So in the Gazette, can't show it to you in the video, I did include a diversity celebration calendar that we follow. And I do encourage you to talk to your students about the importance of recognizing the vast diversity that was present at Stewart. We are so incredibly lucky to have such a rich representation of cultures and identities. And I really appreciate all the families that continue their support in this conversation. And we're going to keep the talk going on social skills because our parent tip is about how to reinforce social skills at home. Number one is to be a role model. Children really notice how families members interact with each other. So little things like, do you introduce yourself to new people? Do you stay connected with friends? The tone of voice you use, how you talk to people, the language you use, supporting people you care about. Let your child see you being a good friend. Reading stories. There are a ton of books out there about friendship. Try to find them, read to your kid, and afterwards talk about the story with them. Role play good manners. It can be awkward and tough sometimes for kids to interact with new people or even at a restaurant with a server. So practicing doing things like, hi, my name is, nice to meet you, and also talk to them about sharing and kindness. And then also just being social. Give your child a lot of opportunities to spend time and interact with other kids. Go to a playground, participate in events at a local library, sign up for a free class at community centers, look to see what's around town. And then just relax. Kids don't need a ton of friends. They just need at least one really good one. So as long as your child is able to cooperate well with others, they're doing great. And if you have any concerns about how your child's doing socially, reach out to us. Talk with a teacher. We want to work together with people on solutions. Updates. Well, it's not a late start tomorrow because we're starting on Tuesday, so remember, we are on time. The PTA movie night has been rescheduled to March 21st, so that's not happening this month. There's also a PTA meeting that will be next week on the 27th at Stewart at 4 p.m. We would love to see you there. And also, if you have a young one or you just love music that is an orchestra or a band, this week are the concerts for Region 3. Wednesday night is orchestra, Thursday night is band. Both are at Puyallup High School, and both are at 7 p.m. So thank you, family, so much. I hope you have had an amazing long weekend. And remember, at Stewart, we are a family.